So we'll begin from a different one. Then he said, one of it, which the Mashayikh, Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jalani and other Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabbagh and other awliya, sulaha, they say that person, a person who can feel the pain of others, a person who can empathize, not only sympathize. Sympathy is like when you say, oh, I sympathize with you, or you've lost something, or you are suffering, etc., you are ill, or whatever problem. And empathy is that you are stepping into the shoes of the other person, and you also begin to feel somewhat similar as the agony and the pain and the deprivation the other person is going through. That's what Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam mentioned to, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, which person is the closest person to you? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, yes, one of those person is, O Moses, O Musa, my prophet, if a thorn, a needle pricks into the feet or the hand of another person, to him it feels that his hand or feet has actually become pricked with it. So a thorn, simple thing as that, meaning that when another person is going through a problem or suffering anything, this person also feels. When the other person is hungry, that you also internalize the hunger. Actually, you can also feel some, not fully, but to some extent, there's his need and what type of feelings he's going through. If this has come in you, you should be thankful that you have one of the great signs of spiritual maturity, spiritual heights, and of futuwa, and one of the traits of Anbiya and Awliya. Yesterday I mentioned a story as well in an explanation of this. About 2 centuries after Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jalani, another person was born from the family of the Prophet ﷺ. In his father and parents were born in Lahore. He was born in Delhi. His name was Muhammad, and he became famous with his title Mahbub-e Ilahi or Nizamuddin Awliya. But his name was Sayyid Muhammad Nizamuddin Badayuni, rahimahullahu ta'ala. So this is about also 7-8 centuries ago. He was living in his madrasa, in his zawiya. Some people once came to him and they said to him, "Oh Sayyidina Nizamuddin Awliya, we are envious in the positive manner on your state, how good your state is, how a happy and pleasurable life you are living, that you are in peace and tranquil, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you have no worries as well as such. And you are teaching the path, teaching the deen to people and gaining closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yourself, and we think that you are really great." So Sayyidina Nizamuddin Awliya rahmatullah alayhi, he mentioned, yes, what you are saying is true to some extent, but you should know that people come to me for dua. Many people come for dua. And sometimes they ask for dua, sometimes you want to do dua for self. And he said, one of the reasons which apart from the fadl of Allah that my duas are accepted And one of the adab of dua, one of the manners and etiquettes of doing dua. So a person who is coming, who is ill, who has illness, fever, let's say, and he says, do dua for me. Actually, I am ill, I have fever. So he says that when in the night time I do dua, I try my best to internalize his state of illness. It's as though I am ill. And I try to feel, and I feel his illness. It's as though I am in that difficulty. And then I present to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said, you can imagine that you are saying that I am in peace and things and nothing I have to worry. Yes, I don't have anything to worry personally. I don't have anything to worry as such actually. I'm not. But if 100 people come, someone will say I am ill, someone will say I don't have job, someone will say I am separated, I have lost my relationship with my brother, someone will say I have lost relationship with my husband, my wife, whatever. He said that whenever anyone, they come and they say, and I do dua for them, I actually step into the shoes of the other person. It's as though I think and I feel that I am that person who needs this job. I am this person who is going through hunger. I am this person who is actually this ill. It's as though I try to mimic his feelings. What will he be thinking? What will he be going through? And then actually I do dua, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts. So imagine this is the mindset of awliya Allah. Whilst the person who is spiritually not mature, he will be happy others are in problems. He will laugh at them. He will just make joke of them, or just lightly say, okay, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help you. Or if they ask you dua, he will be doing, okay, Allah, a dua which does not have much life in it. But the dua of the awliya Allah, or if you want to do yourself dua, this empathizing, internalizing the feeling, the suffering of others, the deprivation of others. So a person comes, I don't have a job. I don't have a job. So when you will do dua, you should have feeling that he doesn't have a job. He must be facing difficulty to pay bills, to buy anything for his children, buy anything for his parents, buy anything for his wife, to fulfill the rights. What will he be going through? What type of feeling will he be thinking? So all that actually, and then due to those feelings, with the depth and sincerity and with the truth of the heart, you dua, then that dua has a different effect than just a general dua. But from this story, we learn two things. One is the how to do dua, one point about dua, कि दुआ कैसे करनी चाहिए, कि दुआ जब करें किसी के लिए तो उसकी हालत को अपने ऊपर तारी करें, उसकी मोहताजगी को अपने ऊपर तारी करें, उसकी बीमारी को अपने ऊपर, उसकी परेशानी को अपनी परेशानी बना के तो अल्लाह के सामने पेश करें. तो फिर जो है वो दुआ, उस बंदे की दुआ अल्लाह पाक सुनता है, वो दुआ मकबूल होती है. और जो दूसरों की परेशानियों, ये चीज़ें खुश होते हैं, पता ही नहीं, परवाह ही नहीं. यही नबी अलैहिस्सलाम ने फरमाया, रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम said as well, the believers are like one body. When one part of the body feels pain, whole body is in pain. है ना, आप अलैहिस्सलाम ने भी इशारा किया, फरमाया कि जितने भी मुसलमान हैं ये एक जिस्म की मानंद है. अगर पाँव को दर्द है तो आँख नहीं कहे मैं तो सोने लगी हूँ, तुम दर्द है तो होता रहे. वो आँख भी परेशान है, हाथ भी परेशान है. All body is actually upset because one part is. So it is a sign of spiritual maturity. Second thing which we learn is that we should empathize, we should just sympathize, starting from there, then empathize with others, internalize others' problem. When anyone is in suffering, think you are suffering. It is your problem, it is your difficulty, it is your pain, it is your agony. यानी जब कोई परेशानी के आलम में है, कोई भूख में है, किसी के जॉब नहीं है, प्यास में सफ़र, तो आपको महसूस हो कि ये मैं हूँ जो सफ़र कर रहा हूँ, उसके लिए फिर कोई दुआ भी करे बंदा, जो वैसे भी कर सकता है वो भी करे। तो ये एक साइन है स्पिरिचुअल मैच्योरिटी का। दिस इज़ वन साइन ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल मैच्योरिटी विच इज़ नोन in the language of tasawwuf and tazkiyah, futuwwa, a spiritual warrior who has really become a champion in the spiritual world of the path of awliya and sulaha. What one quality they have is this. You can find this in Quran, in the story of Sayyidina Khidr radiallahu anhu. You see, what was he doing? He is doing that type of job all the time. But the little time Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam spent with him, what was he doing? He was empathizing, he was internalizing the problems of others. That these two workers who were driving a boat taxi, a boat meaning they were using as a boat, as a taxi, and he helped them so that their job, their business keeps running in a way which was difficult to understand. And then he also helped actually other two orphans when Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, by building a wall where their money or treasure was buried by their father so that they can attain. So can you see, awliya Allah you see like this, or Anbiya alayhi, you will find this trait in them because they were spiritually at the height, not mature, but at the very lofty and at the peak and the apex of akhlaq and spirituality. वह मेरे आपके लिए यही है कि भाई ये कोशिश, अगर हम अंबिया और औलिया और सुलहा के रास्ते पे चलना चाहते हैं, रूहानी तौर पर देखना चाहते हैं, हम भी तरक्की कर रहे हैं, तो मखलूक के दर्द को अपना दर्द समझ रहे हैं। अगर वो आपको भी ऐसे ही है, किसी के कांटा चुभता है तो आपको लगता है मेरे चुभा है, कोई परेशान है तो आपको लगता है मेरी परेशानी है, तो ये निशानी है कि आप भी रूहानी तौर पर तरक्की कर रहे हैं और आप भी एक दिन अल्लाह के वलियों के बारे में के दर्जों के पास पहुंचने लगेंगे, उनके रास्ते पर, क्योंकि आप चल रहे हैं और आपका परवाह ही नहीं। आप मजाक करें, हमारा जहाँ नुकसान हो जाए उसका उल्टा मजाक करते हैं, उस पर हंसते हैं, इसका ये हो गया, वो हो गया, फलां हो गया, धमकान हो गया, खुश होते हैं दूसरों वो। ये फिर शैतानी रास्ता है। ये फिर यह है कि भाई ये तो बंदा यानी शैतान के करीब जा रहा है, क्योंकि शैतान खुश होता है जब किसी का नुकसान होता है।